were talking about the award. Can you just kind of go back a little bit how you decided and came up with the chain and everything? And were you surprised and excited to see how your team has been able to, kind of rally around it and the receptiveness to it last night, or Saturday night rather?
Yeah, I mean, again, it was something an identity that our guys created more so than us as a staff. But what we wanted to do as a group was try to figure out a way to highlight it. I think Lamar earlier in the season, started that, the junkyard dog mentality and the barking, and the guys picked up on it. And so, we wanted, again, to give them something else that could help bring them together, and something where they could celebrate, small successes, but they do it as a group. And, in the locker room. And that's what it's really about. It wasn't something, that was made, for public. It was something that was made for them that they could have and they could own.
You see maybe potentially having this become like a little internal competition between the guys just after, even more motivation for them?
For sure. And that's the intent. The NBA season is long, right? So any way that you can find reasons or ways to get guys to compete for something, on top of obviously the wins. But it is bragging rights. And you can see it the way the guys responded after the first night.
Coach, you praised Isaac Okoro's play and his attitude all season long, and especially after what you saw with him on Saturday night. What have you seen in his growth from the beginning of the season to now, whether it's on the court or any leadership qualities or anything like that?
I mean, it's Isaac being who he is, accepting challenges, and he's done this since his rookie year. We put him on the best players in the league every single night, and he figures out a way to keep scrapping and keep going at him. So, he's getting more confident and comfortable that he knows he can do the job. And not only, slow guys, but he's proven to be able to shut guys down.
Yeah. Jim Elcorn, Cavs Radio. JB, is Saturday night the way you have to play now until this team gets healthy again? Is that the blueprint, at least for the short term, as to how you're going to win basketball games?
Yeah, that, and mix in a few makes every now and then. And we'll give ourselves a chance. But, we have to be stellar defensively. There's no doubt about it, in order to give ourselves a chance. When you're missing, as much of a scoring punch and facilitating punch as we are right now with Darius, Karras, and Doe being out, you have to find somewhere you can hang your hat. And for us, we know we can guard. So we have to go out and excel at that. And then again, I thought we did some really good things offensively. Shots just didn't fall for us. So continue to do those things, mix in some makes, but really hang our hat on the defensive end.
How challenging is that to play that style, both mentally and physically, in that grinded out possession by possession type of game?
I mean, it is difficult, but it's one of those things where, if we hadn't preached it to this point, you wouldn't be able to ask your team to turn that on with 20-something games left in a season. This is something that our guys have been training for the entire year. Defensively, we've been a grinded out team. It is that mentality that we have and have had since the beginning of the year. So like anything, it's conditioning, right? So our guys are conditioned to go out and do it.
Anything else in the room? We got one last question from Zoom, Jim.
Hi, JB. JB, going up against Karl Anthony Towns there tonight, probably one of the most premier centers in the NBA, up there with Embiid and Jokic. Is that a matchup you like for Jared Allen?
I like all matchups for Jared. Jared has proven that he will take on all challengers, and he can do the job to make things difficult for people. He's got great feet, he's got great intellect, and he's got a high motor. And he's got the willingness to take on those challenges. A lot of guys will shy away from the best players in our league, but Jared has proven, time and time again that you're going to have to fight him. Now, these guys are great offensive players, so they may have, a moment, but for the most part, Jared takes the challenge and does a hell of a job.